What is up, YouTube? Hi, Fast Gano Downs here. So today's going to be kind of a different video. I was hoping that I could get some more knowledgeable person in the historical menswear community to help me out with this. So, for context, a couple months ago, either in this two-toned look is really fucking with my head. Is that better or is that worse? I can't tell. So a couple months ago, either in the winter of last year or the early winter of this year, I purchased a tailcoat from a thrift store a couple minutes away from my house. And I don't really know much about it. I still don't know very much about it, but at the time I was knowledgeable enough in menswear that I could discern what looked like an antique coat. So I was going through the racks, just looking, and I found the tailcoat, and I thought it looked kind of out of place because I'm looking at blazers from the 70s to the present, and suit jackets and suit pants, and there's just a tailcoat mingled in with this, right? So I took it with me and I bought it. I bought actually two things. I bought a pair of Doc Martens, black Doc Martens, and that tailcoat for $14.99. $14.99. Keep that in the back of your head. So I bought it. I showed it to my parents. I'm like, hey, I found this. It looks like it could be an antique. I don't know, but it's really cool and I want to wear it for everything. And I did. I wore it to pretty much everything that would need a tailcoat. Black tie, white tie, plays, musicals, live performance. I've worn it a lot and I love the thing, but the sleeves are too long and it's starting not to fit me, and the lining is ripping out and it's in bad condition. So I was up late last night digging around, looking at fashion plates and what have you, and I got curious because I can't read the label on that tailcoat, and I still can't. If I didn't ask about it, I would still probably not know, but I guess you would like to see it. So here she be. Oops, hold on. Be very careful with the antique jacket. So here it is. That label there, I could not read this from the day I bought this. I could not read this if it would save my fucking life. So I asked around last night. Be very careful with the jacket. I asked around last night. I was like, hey, does anybody recognize this brand? If so, I would like to know what brand it is so I can hopefully date this, know who made it, and what have you. And one of the people said, oh, that's Gano Downs. They're a company in Denver. So I Googled Gano Downs, and I think they went out of business. I don't know. I don't know a lot about the company. I don't even know a lot about this tailcoat. So I'm hoping to get a little bit more insight, I guess. I can't look down in this thing. Jesus Christ. You guys are some fucking animals to be able to wear these, because this is the first time I'm wearing this. So I'm still trying to break it in, and it's not working very well. But I googled the company, and the first thing I googled was Gano Downs tailcoat. So the first thing I found was an eBay listing from a couple months or weeks ago for a 1919 dated tailcoat. And I pulled down my tailcoat. I was looking at the listing and my tailcoat, and I could not see a discernible difference apart from the size, and that the one in the eBay listing came with a pair of white tie, black tie tailcoat pants, right? What would you call those? Galon trousers with the little ribbon down the side. I'm probably gonna make one of those one of these days. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video about how I make it, but I need to make one of those because am getting tired of wearing just black pants with a tailcoat. It just doesn't feel right. But you know, I was looking at the listing, and on one of the pictures there's a tailor's tag, and it had the date on it in one of the pockets, and I was like, well, this doesn't have, you know, very many pockets, because, you know, when I'm wearing this, I only knew about this left pocket here in tailcoat, and you can see it's right there. It goes. It's a pretty deep pocket. I've used this to hold, like, just what have you, my opera binoculars, my phone, chapstick, what have you. And I've observed this too, is that the sleeve lining it deteriorates pretty quickly. But the tailor's tag was in a right pocket, and I didn't even fucking know about it, because that's the pocket right there, and I didn't even know about it because, well, I can't see it, and I've never, you know, looked around, because this was the only pocket, and, you know, I've looked around here before, and I didn't see or feel a pocket, so when I looked in it, and sure as shit, it has a tailor's tag. Let's see. Please do not rip this jacket, please. So, man, this is really finicky. Hold on. I'm sorry I suck at this. I have not done this very often. There's that little tailor's tag, and it's dated March 6th, 1919. So, if there was a gentleman's name in here, I may never know. It's probably been lost to time. But, you know, I looked at it, and I was like, of all the things to find, right, in a thrift store, an antique tailcoat is not something I think I would find. And, you know, because this is what I saw. Like, here, if you can see, you can't probably see it, but you see where this button connects? The seam goes up, and it makes this weird shape. And, you know, when I first looked at the back of this and I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, this might be an antique. I've seen this before in, you know, fashion plates and actual antique pieces, so this might be an antique. But I didn't know that at the time. For the longest time, I assumed that this was a reproduction. So what did I do? I machine washed it, and I tried ironing it with, like, a household iron, right? And, you know, I tried fixing the lining in the sleeve. And, you know, I didn't necessarily neglect it. It's just I didn't know that it was an antique, so I didn't take care of it how it needed, I guess, is what I would say. So, I'm still cheesing the fuck out about this. Like, in the months and months and months I've owned this, and I'm just now figuring out that this is an antique. Like, if I would have known back then, I still would have bought it, but, you know, I would have taken better care of it, knowing that it is an actual antique. And, you know, what I'm trying to get at is, if anybody knows anything about this particular brand, because a lot of the historical menswear people that I follow, mostly Aaron White and Vintage Brochet, they don't live in the United States, so they probably wouldn't know about Gano Downs. But, well, I guess Starling Videos would. But no, where does Starling? I don't know. I don't know a lot of people in the U.S. who know a lot about this particular company, because I tried Googling it. I tried going on eBay and Etsy, searching Gano Downs, and I did not turn up shit. So I was hoping if anybody knows about this particular brand to let me know, because now I'm very interested. I'm interested in knowing how many of these were made, because to my knowledge, there's only 2 of these in existence. This one and the one in the listing I mentioned earlier. And that sold weeks ago. Like, this has seen almost every major historical event in the past 105 years. And that's pretty fucking impressive, you know? So the fact that it's like relatively well kept, like, yeah, there's fraying and it's getting damaged, but it's just, I don't want to get rid of it, but like, I can't, you know, upkeep this forever, and I'm shrinking. I'm not growing, I'm shrinking, so I don't foresee this fitting me very in the near future, you know what I mean? But I don't know, man. It's just, if anybody knows more about this, I would like to know about it. So with that being said, this has been Pieface Guy 9000. If you have any information regarding Gano Downs tailcoats or Gano Downs in general, please let me know. I would love to know about it. This has been Pieface Guy 9000. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.